are absolutely addicted to these 5 traits in men. And in this video, I'm breaking down each one of them so that you can be the man that women are addicted to, obsessed with, and so that you can master the dating world. I don't care if you want a wife, a girlfriend, or a rotation, it doesn't matter. These traits are proven. I teach them to men all around the world, ages 18 all the way to 50 plus, and it works with women extremely well. Number 1, independence. No woman wants a codependent man in their life. Now, why is that? Codependency is a form of weakness. It's a form of, I cannot survive without a certain person. And when that's totally fine for a woman, right? A woman can totally be codependent on a man. That's very normal. Women need us for resources and to survive. I don't care about the modern data. Don't even give me that. But if a man is codependent on a woman, that means that he can't even take care of himself. And women evaluate men based on their ability to protect and provide, more or less. It obviously goes deeper, but more or less. And so what does that mean? If you as a man can't even take care of yourself and you need another woman to help you survive and be there, emotional support and all these sorts of things, that shows weakness. Men are the leaders. Miss me with the feminism, miss me with the equality. Women are ingrained in their cells, in their soul, to want a leader, a masculine man that can take care, protect, and provide for them. So by default, if you're a man that is codependent on a woman for happiness or for life, or I can't live my life without you, if you say any of those things, it only comes across weak. And we need to be winners that lead. We need to be masculine presences in the relationship that show where I'm completely fine without you. A woman is most in love with a man that is completely fine without her. If you don't have that kind of leverage, if she can see into your soul and say, oh, he does need me, she instantly loses attraction. But when she sees a man that is very independent, does his own thing, has his own purpose, and she's just more so a bonus, that is when she's most in love, most invested, and most drawn to you. Number 2 is assertiveness. Assertiveness in everything. This means you are the one leading decisions. You are the one driving the relationship forward and life forward. This could be in very small things. This could be in very big things. Women love men that do what the hell they want. And that is the definition of assertive. You're asserting your will onto a situation. And you'll have women in the modern era say, no, we want equality and like consent and all these things and 50-50. No. Women are most drawn to men, whether they admit it or not, that are wildly assertive and just simply assert themselves on what the hell they want to do. And so this could apply when you're first talking to her, when you just went up to her, even though she didn't look approachable, and you're assertive. This could be you're dating her for 6 months and a year, and you're just asserting what you want in a current situation, in the relationship, etc. You are the one imposing your will on things. You're not passive, which is the opposite of assertive. Passive is very relaxed. And look, I'm not saying being nonchalant is bad, because nonchalant in certain things is actually very good. But there's a difference. There's a difference with you being assertive, leading your will forward, making decisions, telling her exactly what's going to happen. That is a masculine assertiveness. Being passive, oh yeah, we can go anywhere you want, like whatever, I don't care. That's too nonchalant. It's not assertive. It comes across as weak. Assertiveness means courage because you're not afraid to impose your will and face the repercussions. That's what it means on a deeper psychological level. What does that say? That says you're a bad man. You're bold. You have courage. You're not afraid to assert yourself and face the consequences. Shit might hit the fan, but you're still asserting yourself. That's attraction. And make sure you click my links below. I have a free training on confidently scaling your attraction with women. And I also have an amazing guide to be more unreadable and sexually magnetic to women. Check it out below in the description. Number 3, stoicism. This is a very important trap to not fall into if you're a man in a relationship, especially in a relationship, but this can happen early on as well. Because all of these things, 1 through 5, are short-term, long-term, etc. They all apply to women. It never ends. It's always going to be there. So stoicism is specifically important when things go bad, but also when things go well, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Women don't care what's going wrong in your life, in your business, etc. They don't care. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. They don't care. They only see it as you're incompetent. They only see it as weakness. So when you get emotionally and mentally affected by things going on in your life, like let's say your work is down, you're moving apartments, anything negative, literally anything negative, you have problems with a friend, etc., and you show that you're actually upset, they get turned off. They get repulsed. They see weakness. They want you to be Superman. They want you to be a superhero that does everything They're the little whatever maid to Superman, whatever the hell he had in the movie. They're just like the little dainty little leaf, and you are the killer. The Superman, the hero of the movie that does whatever he wants and conquers the damn world. Superman is not fucking crying. Superman is not getting emotionally and mentally affected because things aren't going his way, because work is happening, etc. And look, I'm not saying don't vent, but you gotta vent to your mother. You're not venting to her. When you show emotional and mental instability and that you are affected by something, you're only seen as weak. You're only seen as not capable, not competent, and not the leader. I don't care how valid. And so you have to understand, women are drawn to the feeling of them being protected and provided for. When you're not stoic, it makes her uncomfortable and gives her anxiety because it tells her he can't do any of those things. If he can't solve his own problems, how can he solve mine? Because all they think about is themselves at the end of the day, which is totally fine. I'm not bashing on women. This is just reality. So when you do any of these things that I'm telling you, or when you don't do them, it's about how it emotionally affects her. She is thinking on a subconscious level, when she sees you be stoic or not stoic, how does this affect his ability to take care of me on every level? And that's why when you're not stoic, when you're emotionally affected, mentally affected, etc., she goes, oh shit, I'm in trouble. Or, oh, I am protected. He knows what he's doing. I feel safe now. Number 4, having a sense of playfulness and security in your banter and the words you say. Now, this is very important because a lot of guys fear teasing and fear being playful because they're afraid of offending her. They're afraid of saying something wrong, which is why I coupled insecurity with playfulness. Because if you're a man that's secure in your value, in who you are as a man, you will not be afraid to tease her, be playful, say things a little out of the box. You won't be scared. You're secure in yourself. If she leaves or she gets offended, who cares? Whatever. But a lot of men that don't have security in themselves, that really are concerned about replacing her, and they don't know how well they are with dating. They operate from a state of fear. This fear and lack of security in their own value leads them to being less bold, less risky, less courage, less playfulness, less teasingness. And so when you tease a woman and you're playful with her and you kind of put her down in a way that, it's a little offensive, but it's funny, she views it as power. She doesn't view it as insulting. She views it as courage. She views it as bravado and testosterone and masculinity, which is all the things she is intuitively and intrinsically attracted to. She can't help it. So if you make fun of her shoes or you tease her about something, it says he's confident. It says he's not afraid to offend me. I like that. He's bold. He says what he thinks. I'm very drawn to that. I don't have that level of courage. I could never have that level of confidence. That's what she's thinking. So if he does it, that's very attractive. I like that a lot, actually. Because then if I know that, well, he's not afraid to talk to me, and he'll definitely protect me. He definitely has that strength, that courage, that boldness. That is the underlying reason why women love being like playfully put down, playfully teased, etc. Because on a deep psychological subconscious level, it's telling them about who you are as a man. It's telling them that he is bold, he can protect me, he can provide, he has courage. Great. He's not afraid. He doesn't have fear. He secured himself. Those are the undertones of what playfulness means to a woman. Number 5, opinionated. This is very important. All women love a man that is opinionated, all the way to the point where they will test your opinions to see if you're actually opinionated. How many times have you been with a woman and they second guess or test something you say about your opinion, right? I like rom-coms. And they're like, you like rom-coms? That's a shit test to test your opinions. But let me tell you this, going back to the assertiveness and everything we've been talking about, you always double down because you're opinionated. And when you do that, women love it. Even if it's something that they like insanely disagree with, if you double down and are really opinionated, they can't help but be attracted to you. Again, why? What's the deeper meaning? The deeper meaning is a man that has strong opinions, that's not afraid to voice his mind, is confident in himself, is bold, and is a go-getter. Women love a masculine go-getter, a competent guy that can take a risk, that has courage, that can protect, that can provide. A characteristic of that is not having fear about the opinions of others, something women have insane amounts of. They're insanely afraid of what people think about them. And so when they find a man that is not afraid of what people think about them and will hold their opinions no matter what and not bend, that is the perfect yin to their feminine yang. That is the masculine side of the female, of the feminine, that they're so drawn to. And so anytime you get a shit test, big or small opinions, it doesn't matter. You have to hold your ground. Whether it's about food or family or kids or rom-coms, you always double down on your opinions no matter what. No matter, I don't care what she's saying. Oh, really? You really like that? Oh, yeah. You know what? I don't just like it. I love it. They'll start laughing. They won't know what to do. Yeah, okay. I love it. Now, all right. Next topic, please. Let's see what else I like that you don't like. See, like, what are they going to do to that? I'm a man. I am a freaking man. And you show that by having strong opinions, not being afraid to disagree with them. That shows courage, that shows bravado, that shows he will protect me, and he's a guy of his damn word. That's the masculine essence, the pheromones just ripping through the skin that she's inhaling into her nostrils. That's when she wants to rip your clothes off, and you're like, you know what? I don't agree with you. You're wrong. And then she's in love with you. That's how it works. That's a masculine frame. And so if you master all 5 of these things, I guarantee you, women will 100x their attraction to you, how addictive they are, and how obsessed with you without doing anything else. I'll see you in the next video.